Think my audio's all right. But yeah, what's going on, people? Welcome to another Toronto Hoop Talk live stream. My name is Alam, and today we got Raptors and Pistons. We got a NBA Cup watch along on a purple basketball court. This one should be interesting, mainly because typically when we're much better than Detroit, they still give us difficult games for some reason, and now they're much better than us for the first time in a long time. So we'll see how this goes. Early 2-0 lead for the Pistons. Our starting lineup has got Ochai, Davion, Pirtle, RJ, and who's the fifth starter? It must be Grady. Surely it's Grady. Yep, it's Grady. So yeah, shout out to everybody tapped in. I see my guy Digger Ocean in here. About to get the scoreboard set up, and we're about to watch this basketball game. Um, excited about this one because I feel like, why does this game feel like, I don't know. Maybe it's because the last game was against the Bucks, and before that it was a road trip. I feel like this is kind of like my first time back doing this for a minute, so excited about that one. Uh, quick buckets in this game so far. It's 5-4, and I got my scoreboard set up finally. We're in here. We're in here. We're in here. Big up, time to shine. 5-4. Let me familiarize myself with who's on the court. So Detroit has Grady and one on the baseline. His jumpers from the baseline have been cash money. Okay, Detroit starting lineup: Jalen Duren, Tobias Harris as the bigs, Beasley, Ivy Cunningham in the backcourt. But yeah, big up, man. Shout out to everybody in here. We have free throws for Grady. I'm just gonna be right back in 1 second. I gotta drop the brightness of this light because it is too goddamn bright. How's this? There we go. That's better. Less blinking this way. 7-5 early lead for the Raptors. Tobias Harris over me. Unfortunately for him, I don't think there's anything else I could ever associate with him. Like, he could go win like 3 championships in a row somehow. He could three-peat. And I don't know. I'll still always just look at him like the Jimmy Butler quote. Okay, Ochai forces the turnover, gets a basket, 9-7 lead. I like the NBA Cup sweater warm-up things they have going on. That is fire. That is really, really fire. I don't love the fact that we're wearing normal jerseys, to be completely honest. RJ open 3 misses. Grady tries to get a Tyson Chandler rebound and just knocks it right to a Piston. Cade working the pick and roll. Duren gets an easy look off of it. That one's tough. Is there a timeout already? Timeout 3 minutes into the game. God damn. Okay, 11-9. 11-9 Pistons. Downtown must be a mess right now. I don't know how many of you guys are local, but between the Taylor Swift concert and this Raptors game, I already know downtown's about to be a mess in roughly 3 hours. No, roughly 2 hours. When people are getting out of both things at the same time, downtown is about to be crawling. It's going to be like the Raptors parade, but worse probably. Yes, it's true. Here's the thing, right? It's like, it would be one thing if you're always having to take early timeouts because of circumstance, but this one's weird. I don't think anything happened in this game to require calling a timeout. Also, it would be another thing if we could see what comes from your timeouts. That would be cool. But I don't even understand like what the takeaway is afterwards. It's weird. But again, I feel like as far as that side of coaching, he's kind of just like feeling his way through the role. I don't necessarily think I don't necessarily think he has his way of doing things or like a way that works. You know, like I still think he's experimenting through the job to figure out how to be a good coach. Yes, this is real. So here's the thing, time to shine. I was talking about this with somebody. You know how they always talk about in football, like a manager who kind of lays the foundation, develops the young talent, and then the other manager that actually goes on to win things. I actually think Darko is a great example of that first manager, because if you look at it, right, even before he was, or when we hired him as the coach, he was considered like a developmental guy. Every assistant coach has a job and a role, and it's usually a specified thing. His specification was development. He's credited with being a big reason why Desmond Bain developed into the player that he became. So, being that he's that kind of a guy, you see as a head coach, when he has to have a more all-encompassing role, he doesn't really have any skills related to the other things. In-game management, not particularly good. Substitutions, I don't think I've seen something glaringly bad, but I haven't seen anything good either, and that's a problem. Yeah, a lot of the other things. So when it comes to developing talent, if you look at this team so far, what I'll say is that I'm very happy with Grady's development. I'm very happy with Ochai's development. I'll say that I don't know if you consider how RJ's played as a Raptor development, but I'm pleased with, like, I am actually pleased with how talents are being developed. So I can give him credit for that, not knowing exactly how much he's contributed specifically. But yeah, I don't think he's the guy to win shit at all. I think this is just about developing young players. And maybe, I don't know, we'll see what the approach is next year. But I hope that after the tank, we're about business and we're about winning. That's my hope. Another forced turnover. Pirtle, great pass to Grady. Aggressive, going for the floater in the crowd there. I think a lot of players passed that off there. It's nice to see that he's aggressive about getting his buckets, because he is somebody who's making a lot of shots now. But yeah, you got to see it fall. You got to see it fall if you're going to take that shot. 13-11. A lot of points in this game so far. Pick and roll. Pirtle finds Ochai open for three. Cade closes out, does a good job there. Davion goes around another Pirtle screen. Davion, floater. Pirtle fights for the rebound, gets a Detroit player to knock it out. RJ. Ochai gets puts the shot up, knocks it down. Corner threes, man. Ochai has. I really didn't know how reliable of a corner three shooter he was. Damn, too easy for Jalen Duren at the basket. Pirtle got caught up in the pick and roll there, and there's nobody else on this team that's going to be a threat at the rim. Ochai sidestep three, and he can't get it to fall. Good take to the basket by Ivy there. Want to see if he turns Scotty into a true number one scoring wise. He's too much into making plays and not scoring. RJ from three knocks it down. So Digger Ocean, I have a question for you. Do you think, how do I phrase this? I guess what I'm trying to ask is that, like, me personally, I don't see championship level number one option in, like, I don't think Scotty's capable of that. I'm just going to put that out there. Like, that doesn't seem capable. Do I think he can be a number one option? Of course. I think he could probably lead a team to the playoffs as a number one option. I think he might even be able to win a series as an option, number one option. But I mean, if the objective is to win a championship, I think he's, in my opinion, just not that guy. So, I mean, I think he would be an awesome number two option on a championship team. So I think saying that somebody's a number two option is, like, not slanderous at all. So I don't know, because that's my baseline. I don't think I would hold Darko not being able to develop him into that, as like I wouldn't hold that against Darko. So actually, I guess that's the right way to frame the question. If he fails to turn Scotty into a number one option, do you hold that against him? Yes. No. The don't ask me why is a hilarious qualifier, but it's true. Pistons are a decent team. They're definitely a decent team. Pistons are definitely a decent team. Why did I open this window up? So yeah, as of right now, the Raptors have the worst record in basketball. We talked about this a lot in the early parts of the year about how the beginning of the schedule is really, really difficult. That's gonna run on into December realistically. And there's a small window here at some point where we're gonna, but this is the thing. I mean, I guess the window of Pelicans Heat is the like easy soft part of the schedule, but I mean, look at these games: Boston, Indy, Minnesota, Cleveland, Detroit. Not particularly easy. Then you get the soft stretch. Then Indy, OKC, Dallas, New York. Then you could say maybe, I mean, Brooklyn should be not that hard of a matchup, but then Houston, New York, Memphis. But we're gonna lose a lot of games. Kids borderline all-star, especially in the East. He should be an all-star. I agree with what you said, but he could be a number one if he changed his mindset on scoring. So I think the mindset definitely has to change. I also think in his case, a very specific kind of skill growth has to happen. Like his face-up game needs to get better, and for that to happen, the handle has to get tighter. Shooting off the dribble has to get tighter. I actually don't think he's like, I think catch and shoot jumpers, it's pretty close to being fine, if not fine already. It's really just shooting off the dribble and handling. If he gets those two skills up, then he can start to command double teams, I think, as a scorer. Like, and I guess not command even necessarily, like demand double teams. And then when he does that, I think what you'll see is that his passing ability will become so much more impactful. Because this is the thing about passers. Like, if you're just a passer and you're not necessarily a threat to score, I don't think defenses necessarily have to respect you, right? They just have to make sure that defenses don't leave a gap that you'll exploit. Like, like you just have to worry about playing defense on a team. But if you're a passer that is a threat to score and you command double teams and you basically create advantages for your teammates through your scoring and then take advantage of it with the passing, that's when you become a dangerous player. So I think it's a mindset thing as well, but I also think it's a skill thing, because even if he does adjust the mindset and the skill doesn't follow suit, I don't think it'll be good enough. So like I remember there was an off season. You guys may remember this, where DeMar DeRozan was like working on his handling, and like he was dribbling with his left hand just throughout his whole life. Like there was a video of him in Walmart just dribbling a basketball with his left hand, and that was just like that was his commitment to making that part of his game better. Yeah, I think that may have been like year 6 or year 7. So there's still a lot of time for Scotty to pick these things up, and I don't know what his priority is in terms of expanding skills. But yeah, it's definitely a skill thing. Did you see Cooper the other day? So I did a watch along for both games, Raptors and Duke. I only was able to watch for the first half of the Duke game. I was knackered. I was just beyond tired that day. So I just couldn't push it. Because I had done an hour stream on my NFL channel. Then I did 2 hours for the Raptors Bucks game and the first half of Duke and Kentucky. And if I pushed it to the second half, that 4th hour would have just destroyed me. So here's the thing, I missed the good part of the game because I saw Cooper have an up and down first half. I obviously saw that he turned it over twice down the stretch. They lost to Kentucky. That's not a good thing for them because obviously that's a rivalry. But RJ, great defense by whoever that was. Who was that? 00. Who the hell is 00? Are we capturing the flag or going for Ace Bailey? Give me a second. I gotta see who that 00 is. Ron Holland. Who the fuck is that? Are we capturing the flag or going for Ace Bailey? Are we capturing the flag or going for Ace Bailey? Grady pull up 3 in transition. Misses. Ochai to Bruno Fernando. Again, a guy I have no more disrespect for. For those of you guys who weren't here on Tuesday when I did the Bucks game, Grady gets another foul. Grady's been getting to the free throw line recently, man. This sensational stuff to see. That's a crazy skill for him to pick up, right? Because if you think about the game, right, for a shooter to be getting to the free throw line and making defenders worried about like contesting him too aggressively or closing out on him too aggressively, your skill of getting to the free throw line is going to create shots for you. Had to pause you for 10 seconds. You're ahead. Oh shit. Say less. Good. So the thing is, that's why I talk about where I'm at in the game sometimes, because it's necessary. Here's my thing. I think we're capturing the flag. I don't think Cooper's performance from that day should discourage you. Like, he's a 17-year-old playing his first big college game. I think good or bad, small sample sizes are never the answer. But yeah, it's to be seen. You're saying, are we capturing the flag or going for Ace Bailey? I think it's undecided yet in terms of what we're going for. So if Masai had an answer right now, I would think he's wrong for having an answer this early in the process. Kind of hope Scotty hates losing enough that he takes on more of the scoring attitude. He should be easily averaging 25 points with his current skills. This is a fair take, I think. This is a fair take. Woo! Grady floater, bank shot off the glass. How many points does he have? How many points does he have? Time to Shine says I like Ace. Okay. Who hit that 3? How many points does Grady have? Grady has 7 already. I have not seen any of Ace Bailey, but there will be a Rutgers watch along at some point on this channel. I think in about a week and a half. I looked at basically my policy is whenever Duke and Rutgers are playing ranked opponents, I'm going to do a watch along. So I'm going to do a watch along. I think the ranked opponent that they play is on November 26th. I want to say, but I'm not completely sure. Cade, step back, brick. Boucher goes the other way. Raptors up 5. RJ gets stripped. Ball goes right to Bruno Fernando. Tries to bully ball his way to a bucket and travels. I think Masai still wants to make the playoffs. I think his quotes at Media Day say otherwise, but obviously Masai's tendency is to always go for winning. Like, that's a demonstrated like slant that he has. He doesn't think neutrally about the idea of tanking versus trying to win. But I do think at Media Day they showed their hand a little bit. But I'm curious as to what, as if you saw the same things I saw at Media Day. Did you kind of keep up with the quotes? Because it was his last answer, especially in response to Michael Grange's question. It was the last question of the Masai press conference. To me, that's what gave it away. Ivy gets fouled. Shed is in the game. Masai always understates the team's winning objectives for the season. Does he, though? Maybe as of late. Would you try and get Giannis? I mean, the simple answer to the words you said is yes. You never not try to get Giannis, right? But the thing is like if you think about what a Giannis trade looks like and what we would have to give up to get a player like Giannis, so what would that leave us in terms of Giannis and his supporting cast? Like truly, like what supporting cast would you have for Giannis once you trade for him? And then where does that get you? And then how quickly do you find Giannis wanting off of your team? Like I don't think it makes sense to make a superstar push before you're ready to actually win with the superstar. Like imagine if we traded for Kawhi like 3 years beforehand. Imagine if we traded for Kawhi with the team that had Lou Williams and Gravis Vasquez. Giannis, Barnes, and the Flag. So here's the thing, though. I don't know if I'm trying to think what it would take to keep all those players. So I'm guessing in a trade like this, Grady is gone. RJ is gone. IQ is gone. Oh, I meant at the end of the year when we get Flag. You know what? We might have to do a shameless trade machine stream where we just fuck around and look at all the options out there. I only say this because Masai was infatuated with Giannis. Actually, you know what a good question would be? Time to shine. The question would be like, if you were able to trade that number one overall pick straight up for Giannis, like let's say we get the number one overall pick, would you trade Flag for Giannis? Because I think that's what makes more sense. Because let's say you could trot out a starting five of Giannis. Actually, I don't even know how this would work. Could we go Pirtle, Giannis, Scotty in the front court? I don't think there's enough shooting there. Could you bring Pirtle off the bench after all of this? Because my thing is like I would ideally like to play with Giannis as a 5 and Scotty as a 4, with RJ, Grady, and IQ. And I think there's a fuck ton of offense with that lineup. And defensively, you'll have your shaky moments, but maybe you're able to figure it out with Giannis as a rim protector, Scotty as a like disturber, a weak side just chaos creator. And honestly, the perimeter, it's dead. It's dead. Grady, RJ, and IQ, that's not it at all. But other parts of the team, you never know. He basically created all the cap for Giannis, and the Giannis signed that extension. Yeah, I remember that. I remember when that happened, and at that time, it made a ton of sense to trade for Giannis. I agree on this, by the way. Also, I made the video a while, maybe about a couple weeks ago, about when the Raptors have to make a decision about every player. This kind of contract situation RJ is in, it dictates, I think, that who was that? Who just hit that step back three? Jaden Ivey, what a shot. But yeah, I think the RJ Barrett contract situation necessitates like you either trade him this offseason or you commit to re-signing him. And then if you're re-signing him, does the money make sense for what his role would be on the team? So the idea I floated out there was, let's say you get Cooper Flag, right? Now you have Cooper Flag and Scotty Barnes. Their understanding there is that that's your number one and number two for the future and the present, right? So now when you think about RJ Barrett is like your third option. And to be honest, that might not even be true. But the argument's sake, right? RJ is your third option. When you look at RJ in the offseason and he has 2 years left on his deal, you gotta look at him. You have to like look at him and be like, look, what kind of contract are you looking for? And if the money he's looking for is not third option kind of money, I'm sorry, you gotta go. And obviously not. I'm not saying trade him for nothing. You have to trade him for fair value. And I think his trade value has increased since he's been a Raptor. So you gotta part of the, I guess, appeal in trading him is I think you would get good value back. But yeah, I think these are the things you have to start thinking about. This is the lesson you have to learn with how things happened with the tear down of the Van Vliet Siakam OG Raptors, because that tear down was disgusting. I think IQ is a sixth man. I think that's a bit harsh, but out of curiosity, why do you not think he could be a starter, like even a fifth starter or a fourth starter? Is it the defense? Is it the defense that rubs you the wrong way? And Barrett is only good enough as a high usage player, but he's not good enough to be a high. Oh, no, no, no. I actually know exactly what you're getting at. There's another player I used to talk about in this way, and I want to see if you can guess it. Okay. Who is another player you would say has this same issue? Because there's a really, really relevant one to us. What the hell? Okay. Okay, true. I used to say this a lot about DeMar DeRozan. Um, Honestly, I think he's grown into it being a bit different now. But my case for DeMar DeRozan was that this guy isn't a player that can play without the ball for extended periods of time. His whole skill set is based on him having the ball, and he's not good enough to have a big role and take your team like obviously into championship contention. So if you have DeMar DeRozan, you're in this weird spot of like, can you sell him on the idea of being the like the absolute star of a bench? Because if not, what's the role on a team? And again, I think it's taken years for him to eventually grow into the player that can go to Sacramento and play as a part of a team. But even that, what did it take? It took Popovich, but it took years of having to create. So yeah, I completely get where you're coming from with RJ. And I think you could say RJ's experience in New York is kind of a pretty good indicator of what you're talking about. So yeah, I'm with you 100%. With IQ on defense, it's just an easy switch every time. And I don't think as a point guard, he can control the tempo of a game. He's best in transition. Okay, I hear it. I hear it. The defense is definitely a concern. And then I think with IQ, like the thing, I guess you could say the problem is that he's not actually a point guard presently, right? He's more of that combo guard, scoring guard kind of a player. And the thing is that technically it makes sense besides Scotty Barnes. You don't necessarily need a Kyle Lowry beside a Scotty Barnes, because Scotty Barnes he himself wants to do a lot of the floors, like a lot of the floor setting. Is that the word I'm looking for? Or just like he wants to set the table on the court. So that part of it works out. But like again, me and Digger Ocean were just talking earlier about how you want to see Scotty be less of that kind of a player and more of an aggressive scorer. You're probably going to need a real point guard if he ever becomes that kind of a player. So yeah, fair critique of IQ, and I think oddly enough, we're at a point with IQ's contract where we need to hang on to him to let a couple things happen. One, you got to let his game develop a little bit. He's obviously still young and has a lot of runway ahead of him. Not like young, but like he's not particularly old. But then the other thing is that you need time for the salary cap to go up, for his contract value to get better and better, and you need years to go off. So like right now, you look at 5 years, 32.5 million a year. That's not great, right? But in 2 years, where it's 32.5 for 3 years in a much higher cap, then yeah, IQ at that point is actually potentially a trade chip with value. So we're stuck with IQ for 2 years at least, which personally I'm okay with. But again, like I mean, I don't mind because we have money to spend this part of the rebuild. Like a conversation could be had about this off season or this season and next season about how there's money that you could spend. How did Jamison Battle do the splits, man? That's embarrassing, bro. You can't do the splits defensively. He's so lucky that we don't care right now as a fan base because that's a slanderous thing to do. But the other way, he goes and hits a three. That's good to see. But yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, so we have money to spend. So the thing is like this offseason, could we spend the mid-level exception? Sure, we could. What the hell are we going to get from the mid-level exception realistically, right? It's not like you see good prospects in free agency. I don't necessarily think we need vets like that or like expensive vets. So instead of spending the money in free agency, it might make sense to take back bad contracts in the for draft picks or for young prospects. That might be the best thing we can do with the money. So considering that you're in that type of a space, having IQ for 5 years is just to kick the can down the road in terms of when you have to make a decision about him. Not the worst thing in the world. Because I think honestly, a part of the issue is that like we kind of have to make a decision quickly about RJ. Actually, do I still have I still probably have the spreadsheet that I put together from that video. Let me try to pull it up. Okay, I still have it. Here, we're gonna pull this on the we're gonna put this on the screen right here. Bro, why is this so hard to zoom into? The hell are you doing? I hate non-user friendly apps. I have a bad feeling they're gonna give RJ a load of money just for this sentiment. We'll see, man. Give me 1 second. And there we go. We're going to stop sharing this screen. And we're going to share this screen instead. So, bro, so what I you know what? I could zoom in more. What does 200 look like? Looks decent. So here, basically the red line on every contract is the time that I'm saying is ideal to make a decision. So what I decided was that's with 2 years left for a person on their second contract and 1 year left for players on their rookie deals. So as you can see, the only main decision to make this offseason is RJ, but then the decision after that is to be made on players like Grady and then Mobile and then Shed, which is not that big of a deal. But basically then what I did is, well, I came up with this, right? So like these are the decisions you have to make at these points. 2025 offseason, you got to make a decision about Pirtle, Ochai, RJ. The other decisions I don't think are like that crazy, right? But yeah, if you look at the Scotty Barnes, that's 2028. IQ, that's 2027. There's a lot of time for those kind of players, but we got to be quick about guys like RJ. And Jakob is another one, right? Jakob is about to be 30 soon, right? What the hell are we doing with Jakob Pertl? Are we going to pay him another contract? Because on the lowest of keys, after this offseason, he only has one guarantee. After this season, he only has one guaranteed year left. He has a player option for that second year. A player option he very well might decline. When's Project Shea? Let's see. Shea Gilgis, Alexander, Spotrack. Davion from 3 misses. Is there a wait? There's no extension for Shea? Whoa, 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 whoa. He only has 2 years on his contract after this year? Holy shit. OKC's probably going to tie him up. By the way, Digger Ocean, for the record, I agree with this. I think trading Jakob and not getting a center back would be detrimental. I think again the thing with Perdo is this whole like thought process is just based on not wanting to find yourself in the situations you found yourself in with Van Vliet and Siakam, particularly because I think those situations ended up being horrible. But basically, with Jakob, right? So let me quickly just look at this. So Jakob Pertl is going to he's going to be a 30-year-old in free agency, right? So when you're talking about a 30-year-old in free agency, there's two different factors that could be at play. So a 30-year-old conceivably could say, this is my last chance at a payday. I want to go to the highest bidder. It's simple. I'm just trying to cash out. If that's the case, we're kind of in a difficult predicament with a 30-year-old Jakob Pertl, because if somebody who's interested in him drives the price up, and now we're matching because, again, we have to have a center, right? Do we find ourselves giving a 30-year-old a big contract that ages horribly, right? And it ages horribly into the time when we're supposed to be good and kind of like every dollar counts. That's one thing. And then the other thing is like he could prioritize winning. So if he's somebody who has at 30 years old, who hasn't really played a lot of meaningful basketball, if he goes into free agency and says, look, I want to go play for as good of a team as I possibly can play for, that might outright take us out of consideration. It's, we're going to be better by that point, but we won't be contenders at that point. If a contender is interested in him, does that become a problem? So the thing is the way we kind of got boxed into a corner during Fred VanVleet's free agency, just got to be mindful about what that could look like with some of the other players. There's obviously trading him is not the only solution. Like what I try to identify with the red line is that you can decide to pay a player. Like we can decide to work out even a short-term extension with Jakob Pertl. We could tack on another 2 years to his deal now, or not now. I think it would have to happen in the offseason. RJ from the corner to tie it up 39-39. Hell of a shot there. But it's my thing. You could tie that up. Team needs a center so the young guys can develop. Otherwise, they get played off the floor since they don't have a center above it. No, 100%. 100%. Like if Jakob is moved, it cannot like be for a forward or a guard. Like we have to get there has to be a respectable option at center for that to happen. Who made that three? Who made that three for Detroit? Oh, Michael Beasley, ankle monitor. Damn. Ooh, we really got ankle monitor giving us buckets. It was nice to see Koloko getting playing time in the Lakers ass game. Sucks that not from an NBA contract. Lakers got him on a two-way. Yeah, it's kind of shitty that Koloko's not a Raptor. It's not kind of shitty. It's really shitty. I just did a stream with some basketball fans where a Lakers fan said, oh man, Koloko's a decent prospect. I don't know why the Raptors let him go. And I was like, bro, we got scammed. We got scammed, man. We thought his career was done. But yeah, I definitely agree on the fact that we can't just let the center position go. No way, Jose. But yeah, shout out to everybody tapped in. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I think this stream is on like 6 likes, and that's simply not good enough. So, We're out here doing Raptors at the free throw line kind of numbers at the like button. You know, gotta convert at a higher rate. That's what we need right now. Who will make the NBA Cup final? That's interesting. Let me look at the standings real quick. And the thing you have to think about here is that like balance of talent versus taking it seriously. Because to be honest, I think a team like I think good older teams. Oh my God, Garrett Temple is on the court. What? Here we are, people. We got Garrett Temple minutes. He's got bright blue shoes too. Mobile from three, wide open, misses. Raptors probably keep the ball there. Yeah. In the East, you know what? I'm gonna take the Orlando Magic. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna take the Magic. In the West. In the West, I'm gonna take OKC. You know what? Small town versus small town. Small market NBA Cup final. The Thunder against the Magic. We're gonna, get a magical thunderstorm in Vegas. But okay, if I could cheer for a matchup, if there's a matchup I could hope for, I would love to see. I think Knicks Warriors would be fun. I think Knicks Warriors would be a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't know. The tough thing about that cup though is that if again Indy made it last year, Boston was by far the best team in the league in terms of just like a roster. So like they didn't win, and it's not that they're like a veteran team that's not going to care. So I actually don't know, why did Boston not win. I'm not sure how their tournament ended. Did they lose to Indy? RJ floater misses. We're stuck 5. Detroit pass the whole length of the court that goes wrong. Oh, Tobias Harris threw the pass? Man, he's getting paid a lot of money to throw dumbass passes like that. Garrett Temple is bringing the ball up the court, man. Garrett Temple is our point guard. Yes, this it stood out to me as well. When I saw Temple playing, I was like, holy shit. Bruno Fernando dunked on Giannis, and he's been a demon ever since. I don't know who that was that he just tried to posterize, but he went for a violent dunk here. Oh, Jalen Duren? Jalen Duren. Lucky he didn't get banged on, bro. Happens to the best of them. Giannis had to get postered too. I never expected to see Garrett Temple on a court. I thought he was just an assistant coach with the jersey number. That's how I looked at him. So you can take Bruno and Mogbo off that completely. I never thought I would see Temple on a basketball court. But yeah, these games for a while are going to be pretty rough. Like I don't know if I'm interested in doing a watch along to Raptors against a very good team. I think oddly enough, the college watch alongs are going to be fun because at least like chances of depression are pretty low. And I might do a 905 game just for Bants. But I would have to do the right 905 game. Like it would have to be a game where like we send some guys down there. Like if Jacoby ever plays for the 905, watch along. If Oh, if Mobo or Shed are ever in the 905, Watchalong. Who else? I think those might be the guys. I heard Carton and Carlson are playing well down there. Grady gets fouled. Still a 4-point game. We're hanging around despite the fact that we're putting these crazy lineups out there. If a team ever puts out Garrett Temple, Mobo, and Bruno Fernando, they should not be in a close game. And Grady, that foul put him on the line because it's we're in the bonus. So Grady might make this a 2-point game. Pretty well-rounded contribution so far. 10 from Pirtle, 10 from Barrett. This would be 8 for Grady if he makes the free throw, and 7 from Ochai. So yeah, hilariously, we're in a 2-point game. This is, I can't wait to be doing this when the team's actually good. Like the Raptors, Scotty Barnes' rookie year really made me want to do this, and then when I started doing it, it's been bullshit ever since. Bullshit ever since. Tie game, 44-44. Jakob, I think, leads us with 12 points. Ivy travels. Great defense by Ochai. Contesting, but not getting blown by too easily. Bickerstaff is pissed. Bickerstaff is bickering. Does that count as an assist for Grady? Because I feel like it should. 44-44. I don't think the Raptors have had a lead in this game. No, actually, they may have at the beginning. I'm going to check this right now. But a chance to get a lead here that they either have never had or haven't had in a while. Pirtle gets a push shot to not fall. And then Grady gets a bucket to fall. So Grady gives us our, nope, we had a 6-point lead in this game. Really? When did we have a 6-point lead? Never mind, I'm tripping. Well, we've been down for a while. The lead was short-lived. I mean, good cut by Grady, but it wasn't there. Pirtle can't trigger that pass. Yo, I'm actually so tired right now, but it's not like normal circumstances tired, right? I was so excited for the Eagles game yesterday that I knew I was gonna do a watch along, and obviously, like I know it's okay, kind of end of the week. So I drank a lot of coffee yesterday so that I was up and I had energy for that Eagles watch along. And then between the excitement of the game and watching Saquon Barkley and the caffeine, bro, I had a hard time getting to sleep yesterday. So then I showed up today to my life, like to work, not in a great place. And then the day just kept going, and work like lasted longer than it should have. And now I'm here, and it's all good, but it's just like, whoa, how did that pass get through? That doesn't even make sense from a physics standpoint. How did that pass hit Pirtle and then keep going beyond him? That looks like a glitch. If that happened in 2K, that'd be a glitch. The hell happened? Anyways, we're down 4, 2:09 to go. If there's one thing to be happy about the first half is that it's going by very quickly. This game tipped off 52 minutes ago. 52 minutes ago. And you know what time to shine? Unreal halftime activity, bro. Halftime activity. We're going to go through his draft and shit on everybody. I have nothing but hate and bitterness for all the other players. Straight Grady propaganda for 15 minutes. That's what we're going to do at halftime. Unreal halftime content. Let's do it. Let's do it. But yeah, we are what 12 games into the year. This will 12 games is what roughly 1/6, no 1/7 into the year. 1/7 of the way through the year, people. Watchalongs again. I cannot wait for that first watch along where we look like a serious playoff team. Not forget that we look like a 1 seed. Man, the vibes are gonna hit different. The crowd is gonna be different. Cause like I fully am aware when I do watch alongs now that there's just not enough interest in the team. Like the numbers are not gonna be good. I'm just doing it because like one, I want to get better at doing it. Like the more you do something, the better you. Okay, James Johnson, unreal highlight. This will live in my memories forever, rent free. Cocked that joint back and banged on him. Andre Drummond, still in the league, still known to me as the guy who got dunked on by James Johnson. But yeah, I just want to keep doing it because I want to get better at it. But then also like every drop in the bucket in terms of just like people that I pick up, like this year so far, couple more people started watching the watch alongs. That's dope. So yeah, again, cannot wait for this team to get good. Another memory, the DeMar Duncan Detroit. Oh, at the end of the game, right? There was like two defenders there. Yeah, I think it was Tolliver, Anthony Tolliver, and somebody else. Grady, pump fake, sidestep, pump fake, stays moving. Ah. I'm not mad with the movement and the thinking behind this possession here. It just didn't work. Grady coming off a screen. He kind of there was a hitch in his jumper there. It feels like he was trying to get contact there, which is kind of when I figured he would miss. Yeah, never forget this one. That was a great dunk. And honestly, probably one of my favorite DeMar moments. The RJ to the basket. I almost called him DeMar. I may have said DeMar J. But yeah, if he ever has those like playoff struggles, like DeMar did, we might have to start calling him DeMar J. Edwards over, yeah, Utah Watanabe, man, poor guy, poor guy. And I think Utah dunked on somebody like a couple days before that too, or something. Like, wait, Pirtle picked up another foul. How many foul? He has 3 fouls already. J-Mo checks back in. We've also found ourselves in a lot of foul trouble this year. That's not been fun to watch. RJ passes to Davion. 53-48. 1 minute to go in the second. Davion passes it to Bruno. Bruno knocks it down. Makes it a 3-point game. How this is a close game, I don't know. Cade pulls up from 3. Misses. Rebound RJ. So we go up the court. chance to potentially tie the game. RJ, great move, fouled from behind by Tobias. RJ, I mean, Grady has been getting free throws like crazy recently. Let me see. Let me look up the numbers because it's felt like a lot. Game log. Here we go. Okay, free throws. You know what? It's literally just been last game. Because Lakers 2 free throws, Clippers 4 free throws, Sacramento 2 free throws. But he got 16 against Milwaukee on Tuesday. And then today, today he has 6 already. And I think that may have been the 7th. So my guy's getting to the free throw line. Has most of our free throws. 1-point game. Raptors will get the last possession. Tobias Harris blows right by JMO. Pretty bad defensive possession by JMO there. Tobias Harris is not nearly good enough. He should not be able to blow by you there. If you had a choice between Cunningham on a supermax or keeping Grady resigning at, ooh, give me Grady. Give me Grady. I actually think that, hold on, RJ misses from 3. He shot that too early because Detroit's going to get a pretty decent shot here the other way. They miss as well. Well, 55-52. Okay, I take Grady. I actually think Grady, like, I know Steph fans have, like, made the term gravity very annoying to hear about, but I do genuinely think that, like when Grady has his game going, he's going to command so much attention that other players are going to feast off of. Like, so much attention. Whereas Cade, I think Cade's good. Like, Cade's a very good player, but I do think that like, I put it this way, I think his skills are easier to find. Oddly enough, I think some of his skills we already have in a guy like a Scotty Barnes. I think the way Grady looks as an offensive player, man, those skills are just a little bit more uncommon. What do you think the Cavs need to win a championship? Oh, bro, I think they need to. I mean, it's tough to say, but, like, here's the thing. Okay, interesting kind of a topic to get on. I think the nature of the Eastern Conference builds flawed teams, right? So if you think about the Raptors pre-Kawhi, we were able to be 55 to 57 win teams year in, year out, and get 1 seeds or get close to 1 seeds, but never really be contenders, because being amazing in the East does not necessitate being a well-rounded team. You can have flaws and kick a whole lot of ass in the East. And again, in Toronto, the issue was a lack of a number 1 option in half-court situations. At times, it was a lack of defense, whatever, right? I think Cleveland is a similar product to the Eastern Conference, where I think they're a deeply flawed team, but it's okay in the East. I think having 2 small guards in the modern day of basketball is not a great approach, and I think they can get away with it with their 2 bigs in the East. Again, time to shine. I don't know if you were watching the Sarcasm City stream right before this. It's happening right now. I just came from it, but Eddie was calling them the Mighty Munchkins, Garland and Mitchell. But yeah, the whole idea there is that, like, or against real teams, you're not going to get away with having 2 tiny guards. As is, tiny guards are going out of the sport at the highest level, period, right? And you have 2 of them. Yeah, I don't think it's possible to have both at the highest level of basketball and succeed. So I think they honestly, to win a championship, they need to swap one of those guys for a more conducive to winning kind of a piece. Like, let's say they traded Garland for so I don't know. I actually don't know Mitchell's game well enough to say whether he could be a 1. But if you swap out Garland for, like, a 6'6", 6'7", two guard that can shoot, play respectable defense, that kind of a player, like that kind of an archetype of Garland's value. Yeah, I think that's when you become a championship, maybe not contender still, but you get close. But yeah, a deeply flawed team, 100%, man. When it comes to like high level basketball, bro, it's not it. What the hell is this? But is this what we've come to? Like Raptors games are this boring that this is what we've come to. The hell is wrong with Marcus? Um, I don't know. Digger Ocean. I don't know. Maybe you can give Marcus some advice here. This is crazy, bro. This is not what I came here to talk about. But yeah, we're gonna do what Time to Shine mentioned earlier, fun activity kind of. We're gonna shit on everybody else that got picked before Grady. Dun, 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 dun. Where is it? All right, here we go. Give me a second. All right. So, should Victor Wembanyama been picked before Grady Dick? 100%. That guy is an alien. The ceiling is unreal. 100% the Spurs made the right decision picking Victor Wembanyama before Grady Dick. Number 2, Brandon Miller. This halftime show is throwing Rotten Tomatoes of the performers kind of entertainment. Yeah, it's low down shit. This is low down shit. Brandon Miller. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I think anybody that acts like they watch a lot of Hornets and has like real knowledge about Hornets players is a liar. I think when somebody has too much in-depth knowledge on the Hornets, what you're learning is that they're just a liar. So that's kind of my takeaway. I don't have enough like in-depth knowledge on the Hornets to tell you exactly how Brandon Miller is. However, when I look at stats and I see that Mr. Miller is averaging 15 points a game in a similar situation where he can just trigger jumpers at will, and he's shooting 32% from 3 and 37% from the field, I do not see somebody who's thriving the way Grady is thriving. That doesn't speak to ceiling, but he hasn't clearly shown what's like. He hasn't tapped into his potential yet. Time to Shine says he gets hurt a lot. Maybe that explains the stats not being good. But you know what? We're gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. What happened to him with at Alabama was wild. And we're gonna keep it pushing to the next guy. Scoot, 100%. Blazers made a mistake. If you want to judge rookies, look at their value over replacement player, BPM, and win share. All the top players had positive advanced stats rookie year. Yo, so what did the stats say about this class? How high is Grady? How high is Grady in his class? You let me know. Yeah, Scoot is not it. I see you, Digger Ocean, there. I see you feel very strong about that cheerleader topic. I feel like Marcus probably has an opinion as well, but you guys are hilarious. Brandon Miller is higher than Grady. Say less. Okay, we can conclude that the Hornets didn't fuck up. They didn't fuck up with Brandon Miller over Grady. I think we can agree that we'd rather have Grady than Scoot. I think we can all agree on that. Um, okay. Thompson twins. This is where okay, I see we got a Sir Mix-a-Lot fan in here. Um Thompson twins. One of them has the blood clot issue, right? Which one is it? Let me do some quick research. Okay, Asar. But are we comparing last year versus where they are now? I'm thinking we're just looking at it like based on how their future looks right now. Like I think that's the best thing to look at. Based on where they're at right now, what do you anticipate their future looks like? Which is obviously why Wemby, um, because like potential GOAT is a reasonable thing to extrapolate with him. Yeah, I think like that's by far like the best player you could have like rank in this kind of a ranking. But like when it comes to a player like Brandon Miller, um, if you guys say that he was good in his rookie year, you can kind of like put that together with this year, put that together with the fact that he has injuries, and just say like, okay, Brandon Miller is probably going to be pretty good, so it is what it is. Coloco bucket. Oh, he scored right now, man. I'm pretty pissed though. He's not a Raptor anymore. Might consider taking Grady over Scotty. Grady is a unicorn in the league. Okay, I like where you're headed with this. Uh, what about him makes him a unicorn to you? I'm just curious. Uh, a man is better than Grady. Okay, cool. So we got three players. Anthony Black on the Orlando Magic. What are we saying? Clearly a good friend with Grady. Famous jersey swap. The jersey swap that went viral. The jersey swap that may have ended all jersey swaps. Um, Again, this is not somebody I have a whole lot of familiarity with, but I don't think he's made any noise. And that's on an Orlando team that like Orlando is they're like the trendy up and coming team. Looking at Anthony Black, I mean, it looks like he's got what 8, 4, and 3 off the bench, shooting 26% from three. Movement, shooting ability, shoot well off bounce. He's got touch. I agree. So like, I think the fact that shooting ability on its own is prioritized so much, but then you consider how much other stuff Grady has going on. That's why I always felt like, or I talked about this before, like you can't compare Grady to a lot of the typical white 3-point shooters that all players like Grady get compared to, because that's not his game at all. Grady better than Bilal right now, but Bilal has a higher ceiling. Okay, so then we can say Bilal is an okay pick because like a team like Washington should 100% be going for ceiling. Okay, Jarris Walker, ultimately a draft pick by the Pacers. How do we feel about this one? Because I don't think I've heard anything positive about Jarris Walker since he's been in the league. That might just be like the people that I hear talk about the sport though. So I don't know. That might just be me. Who's next? Taylor Hendricks. I feel like Taylor Hendricks is decent. I forget when I saw him. Marcus, I don't think that's the case. I think the injury is the bigger reason, if I'm being honest. God damn, this guy comes into the chat with a whole different kind of energy. And that's how I know he has a different like account and a name because or I know why it happened, but that last account definitely got banned. 100% the Giovanni account got banned. Cason Wallace to OKC. I feel like he doesn't really get run, but there's so many young players in OKC that it'll be hard to get minutes because there's like almost like a waiting list. Like there's bare young players that need minutes. You know what they say in boxing? Gives you weak knees. But the thing is like, bro, you don't think that was happening before, and before that, 100%. That is, I don't think there's a sudden uptick. Um. Okay. Other names, because this game is about to get back. Jet Howard. I don't think that counts. Derek Lively. Such a specific role that Dallas drafted him to play. But obviously Grady's the better player. Yeah, they need to trade tons of these picks. Getting picked in a pit of death for a developing player. Yes. 100%. Like OKC's at a point where they have to start aggregating the assets. Like you got to start packaging two players with a couple of draft picks and get a much better player. And this is where I think it kind of falls apart with OKC because I don't think they get this part of team building that like they don't get these decisions all that right that often because like the pivot that they made once they traded James Harden, I think they low key acquired so many shit guys after that. It did not work. So yeah, oddly enough, when they have to make these aggregating moves, I think they're gonna at some point. Do you think RJ is a good fit in OKC? Um, the thing is though, is that doesn't OKC need doesn't OKC kind of need shooters though? Hold on, let me see, because I know Lou Dort has recently turned into a 3-point shooter with good percentages, but that's kind of what I've consistently heard from the few amount of Thunder fans I've heard speak on their team. So Shea is shooting 31% from three. Jalen Williams 42, Chet 37, Lou Dort and Wiggins never mind 46 and 45% from three. Joe 36, Cason Wallace 26, AJ Mitchell. You know what? Never mind. Big up, Joel. OKC has one good defense, but they only have. Yeah, no, this is true. The thing is I do think I agree that RJ's scoring punch would help a team like OKC, but I don't know if he's the kind of scoring punch they need because I don't know. I just don't think they need another slasher. But then again, maybe I don't know. Because they have like a handful of players like Isaiah Joe and Lou Dort and Alex Caruso. These are guys that aren't going to slash. So even if Shea is like a big time slasher, you probably have room for one more. 1 point game, 55-54. Can put the scoreboard back. I think we're done with this. But yeah, RJ gets to the free throw line, chance to give us a lead. Shout out to the 8 people watching live. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Did we get more likes? Did we get more likes? $55-55. It's tied again. So that's cool. Man, Harris is so ass. That's why he's on Detroit. He's a perfect fit for a team like this. Oh, shout out to Jarrett Jack. I see him on the bench. RJ needs to have like a career season. Why a team like OKC wants him because another scorer and chemistry. SGA. Yeah, the scorer would definitely help. Who got fouled here? What's happened to Jamal Curry? Oh shit, what a block. I didn't even see that RJ got blocked like that. Damn. Grady from 3 knocks it down, falling to the side. What a shot. I think he got hurt. I think a part of the reason things went wrong for him is that he was playing through injury. And he's been playing through injury, but also with a player like Jamal, I think what you're seeing with a player like him is that he had such a narrow like skill set in a way. Like his skill set was scoring and probably just scoring, right? So if let's say you're physically impacted a little bit, that makes you easier to guard. Now, how are you impacting basketball games when your shot isn't working, right? In ideal circumstances, his shot was falling and he was getting to his spots at a much higher rate. Grady sidestep 3 misses. But this is my thing. Like if you're, oh no, Ochai. No. You got to see that ball is on its way. Cade from 3 misses back rim. Grady hustling for the rebound. RJ goes around a Grady screen, turns the corner. I don't know which foul they called here. But yeah, so it's like if you're Jamal Murray, your shot's not really falling, you're not getting to your spots. How do you impact a basketball game when your shot, like when it's going that way, right? Like look at a guy like a Kyle Lowry. His points came and went like major swings. He literally had a 0-point playoff game. But he had some, I think he's had a 40-point game before, right? Like, but the point is when his shot wasn't falling, he had several ways to impact a basketball game. I think Murray's the kind of guy who only has one way of impacting a game, and he played through some injuries. That one way wasn't really hitting like that, and it just looks ugly, but I think he'll be fine. I think he'll get healthy and he'll be fine. Davion hits a 3 and we're up 6. Holy shit. Holy shit. I think this is our biggest lead of the game. Has to be. Up 2 possessions? I don't think that was an attempted alley-oop. That was just a perfect miss. Like an absolutely perfect miss by Detroit leads to another basket. RJ at the basket, drawing contact. He gets no call. Oh, no. Oh, my God, Ochai. Holy shit. What a pass from RJ to set up Ochai. And then he actually does the scrubbiest thing I've ever seen. And the reason I say that is because like I've done this before, and I'm me. And Ochai doing the shit that I do on the biggest stage. But yeah. Jamal Murray. Jamal Curry, though, that's an interesting name. Just as we're talking about him, his face pops up on the commercial. What was I going to say? Right. So our next game is against Indy on Monday. I'll be here to do a watch along for that. Then I don't know the next time. It might be a week before the next watch along. I'm looking at the schedule right now. Yeah, we can do Monday for the Pacers game. That's cool. I can't do Thursday against the Timberwolves. I can't do Sunday against the Cavs. I'll probably be able to do Monday against the Pistons. But maybe not. I can't guarantee that one either. Damn, when's the next guaranteed stream I can do? Low key, maybe not until Friday the 29th against Miami. It might be a couple weeks after Monday. A lot of these players get the bag, then take a few years off until the next contract. Yeah, contract years get Super Saiyan performances from players. That's why I kind of don't want to get trapped with some of these players. Davion and Ochai, they scare me. The idea of paying them absolutely terrifies me. So yeah, this Bam fall off has ruined me. Hold on. He fell in love and then fell off? That's crazy. Stay woke, fellas. That's crazy. But nah, for real, what happened? I'm not following Miami like that. But what did he used to be able to do that he can't do anymore? Damn. Recreating Pascal after the championship. Who's that at the game? Oh, those are just random people? Interesting. He literally can't do anything. Damn, that's a damning indictment. What the hell? Well, after the miss, Jakob gets the rebound. We're up 6, and we have the ball. Chance to extend the lead. Ochai to the basket aggressively. It just doesn't fall. It sits there on the rim for a couple of seconds and then just bounces out. And then Buddy on the Pistons slips and passes out of bounds. God damn, bro. Why do I even read these at this point? I don't even know why. Pirtle, floater, 8-point lead. Don't let us get a double-digit lead in a game like this. Don't let this happen. How is Detroit doing this? We're so ass. Oh my god, they missed again. Raptors in transition. Davion. Oh my god, Davion thought he was Pat Mahomes, bro. He tried to throw a bullet pass into Ochai with bare defenders there. This guy actually thought he was him. Why would you try that? You're Davion Mitchell. Grady. Lob to Pirtle at the basket. Gets fouled. If that went in, I would have got hyped. But 2 free throws for Jakob, which you know means 1 point. 7:09 left in the third. 7:09 left in the third. And the Raptors have a chance to get an 8-point lead. Raptors are in the bonus as well with 7:09 to go. I think we were in the bonus early in the second as well. These referees are giving us some good calls here. Jakob makes the first free throw. Damn, Detroit's about to take an L in the NBA Cup? That's crazy. We have to secure this. We have to figure this tank out the rest of the way. Cade, guarded by Davion. That's a mismatch. Cade misses. Ochai. Ah. Tried to save it. Jumped out of bounds he jumped out to get the ball while stepped out of bounds. So that didn't go well. Pistons keep the ball. Yak will foul out and Detroit will sneak out the win. Bro, we need that to happen. Jalen Duren. Cade. Jumper. 5-point game. Davion's shoes stand out like crazy against this purple court. Ochai. Baseline jumper. I don't know why he's shooting some shit like that. Ochai again. Bro, this is like 3 misses in a row from this guy. Stop shooting. More points for Yak. Bad foul by Pirtle there. So unnecessary. So reckless. Come on, Jakob. Come on. This thing is just like, I mean, I understand it's a tank and a rebuild, so do whatever you want. But like, if we were trying to win the game, like, stay in your lane. Ochai does a few things okay. Just stay in your lane. We don't need this stuff from you. God damn, I'm yawning my ass off out here. Ron Holland, chance to make it a 5-point game from the free throw line. Just over halfway through the third quarter. Grady gets stripped. Ron Holland to the basket. Great defense by Grady there, actually. And the Raptors go the other way in transition. Boucher gets blocked and hurdled low key. The guy blocked Boucher and then jumped over him. And then Grady fouls the other way. I just saw really shit basketball for about 10 seconds straight. Back and forth, both teams taking turns to be shit. Cade with Ochai on him, backs him down. This is a size mismatch. He gets right around Ochai. That's not how you're supposed to lose when you have the size mismatch going against you, but it is what it is. Grady from deep, back rim. Boucher hustling for the rebound, tips it back out to Detroit. This number 25 guy is so selfish, man. That should have been a much easier bucket for 14. Number 25 went against the crowd, went into the crowd of Raptors by himself. Ochai, bro, get rid of the ball. God damn. This game has gone off the rails low key. Thank you. Detroit calls a timeout. This game got Toronto calls a timeout. This game got sloppy. This game got really, 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 really shit really quickly. That was really stinky time to shine. Are we going to see Garrett Temple in the second half? Because we're entering the part of the quarter where you're going to start to see subs. I feel like if we see Garrett Temple, that's grounds to protest the game. Temple played 2 minutes. If he's going to get 2 minutes, what's the point of him even playing? It's really that serious so you can't give the minutes to somebody else? Crazy. Yeah, Pirtle has 19 and 14. 9 for 13 from the field. 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Having a hell of a day. RJ has 16, 4, and 5, inefficient from the field. Ochai is inefficient from the field. Grady, also inefficient from the field. He just has 7 for 7 from the free throw. But Grady's only 1 for 6 from 3. Why does it feel like he's not having this shit of a shooting day? But this is actually really bad. Imagine we're up against Detroit and we're actually playing so bad. How is Detroit so shit today? Because I've heard good things about them and I believe it, and their record is not that bad, but they look so shit right now. They're showing the Boucher block here. Well, Cade and Ivy having bad games. For real. For real. Because Cade he's 4 for 14 from the field. Ivy's 3 for 10. Anybody who's having an efficient day is shooting like 9 shots max because Holland is 3 for 11. Detroit shit because Cunningham is guarded by Davion. Normally, Cade has 20 to 30 points. Damn, you're gassing Davion like that. Davion also like is getting a. He doesn't have the size like Cade has the size mismatch with that matchup. Like it shouldn't happen this way. But I mean, credit to Davion for hanging in there. Oh, is that another foul on Pirtle? Kind of makes sense that Temple got time. Sheeds at minus 12. He's a minus 12 in 4 minutes? That is commitment to being shit. Wow. I didn't know it was like that. Shed. Oh my god. Ochai wide open in the corner. You gotta make that. Cade handle isn't great, so vulnerable to Davion. Okay, that's a good thing to keep in mind. Oh, great. Oh my god, that's not a charge? You mean to tell me what happened to Shed was not a charge? Ball don't lie. Thank God Detroit missed. Shed. Pass to Jakob Pertl. Pertl. Spin. Hook. Gets it to fall. Why does Ochai lead team in attempts? Because they'll let him shoot. That's the actual answer. But yeah, again, he shouldn't be shooting this much though. Like they're letting you shoot for a reason. They don't respect your hustle. Cade. Baseline jumper. Misses. Whose ball is this? Toronto ball? Give it to Toronto. 3:05 to go in the third. Bickerstaff, bro, your team is so scrubby right now. How are you guys losing to us? And they've been losing for like 5 minutes now. Like I didn't think that any Raptors lead would be like for an extended period of time. I think in a game like this we would get the lead and then not get the lead, and it would go back and forth at best. But we're actually sustaining a lead. That's crazy. Shed. Hand off to RJ. RJ goes right to the basket, but Isaiah Stewart, Big Stew, aka Beef Stew, um, great job just flying to the basket to contest that. Who took a timeout here? It's not necessary, man. Oh, this is a review. Okay, that makes sense. Because, yeah, I thought Darko literally has no reason to take a timeout. But yeah, Ochai has 14 attempts. Jakob has 14 as well. Mogbo 0 for 3. It looks like today we've had one of our shittier bench days. They only have 8 points. Normally the bench contributes something. The fact that it's this bad, is surprising. We've seen Boucher have a couple pop off games. Mogbo had one, I think. Oh, the ball flew out of RJ's hands. Oh no, it was knocked off by the main defender. What did they call this? It looks like it's still Raptors ball. Maybe not. Nope, it's Detroit ball. Damn, that's tough. 7-point lead. RJ just turned it over. 73-66. Ivy gets the bucket to fall. Bruno turnover. Miscommunication. Lack of chemistry. Who's that battle? Man, you can tell Bruno doesn't get minutes because those are the kind of mistakes that happen when you don't have minutes with the guys you're playing with. Ivy, kind of a reckless pass to Beasley. Oh my God, Boucher with a perimeter block, but he saves it back to a Piston, and it's a 5-on-4 that leads to a wide open 3. That was such a painful possession to watch defensively. Beasley makes it a 2-point game. 1:45 to go in the third. Shed spins around underneath the basket, gets the shot to fall. We needed that one. We needed somebody to score. Ivy alone misses. Oh, quick in transition. RJ. Oh, that's basket interference. What the hell? I swear RJ's shot was on the rim when someone touched it. Battle wide open from 3. Knocks it down. 7-point lead restored. That's about as open as he's ever going to get in the NBA. Almost a travel by number 14 on Detroit. Oh, shit. Beasley. That was a heat check. Ridiculously contested. RJ contests another Detroit player's miss. And Detroit is actually playing so shit right now. I don't know who this Moore Jr. is. Only Moore Jr. I know is DJ Moore. That's basket interference. They have to go back and count that. What the hell? I can't believe they didn't catch that in real time. I mean, oh, okay, never mind. I lied. Take it back. It led to a battle 3. It led to a play advantage. It led to a battle 3. I'll take it. Shed. Passes it to Bruno. Bruno to RJ. RJ puts it up. End of the shot clock. Misses. 5 seconds to go. Last possession of the quarter. Ivy kicks it to, I don't even know who that is. Corner 3 for Detroit. Makes it a 4-point game at the end of the third. And we have a close game headed into the fourth quarter. I don't know how we have a lead, but we have one. I don't think. Hold on. Let me see who's touched the court for us in this quarter. We haven't seen Mogbo in this quarter, I feel. I feel like we haven't seen any minutes for him. We haven't seen any Temple minutes, so I'll take that. Looks like Shed is faring a little bit better in his second stint. Never mind, he's still a minus 12. Actually, no, if he was a minus 12 in the first half, he's a 0 in this shift, which is good. I'll take it. But yeah, last quarter to go. Cade Cunningham has 10, 8, and 5. Minus 15. Cade is a minus 15? Yeah, Cade is by far has the worst plus minus in this game. Only person in competition with him is Shed. Tobias Harris is a 0. Yeah. Tough. Tough game from Detroit. Again, you already know what I expect of the Raptors. It's the fact that Detroit is here as a 5-7 team in the gutter with us. That's definitely disappointing for them. So you're abandoning you for a few weeks. Not this reason. I'm not gonna be abandoning the channel. I'm gonna be abandoning watch-alongs because there's such a crazy time commitment. But I'm gonna find something to do for the channel. Fourth quarters are probably the Raptors' worst quarter, though. It's still, though, this is really disappointing for the Pistons. You guys look like shit. Beasley, another heat check. This time it falls, though. This guy's taking crazy jumpers. RJ backs himself into a corner, passes it to JMO to save himself. Shed along the baseline, floater, falls, 4-point game. Shed stays ahead of Ivy, but I mean, like he got he wasn't able to keep up with Ivy when he changed directions, but he was able to just recover in terms of going backwards. Still a little bit out of place when the shot went up, but 80-76. Ivy at the free throw line. Okay, hold on. When does the Paul Tyson fight start? Because I think I've successfully been suckered into watching it. 11 p.m. last fight of the night. Say less. We will be there. I mean, for what it's worth, I expect that to just be WWE. I don't think that this is a real fight, but it's still entertainment. So I will be there. If they didn't do the main event, yeah, 100%. I saw it was advertised for 8, so I'm like, okay, no way that that's anything before 10. But yeah, I don't have a feel for how the undercards are faring right now and like how long it's taking. But yeah, shout out the main event, aka Keep Cooper Flag. Marcus / Geo, did you get a chance to watch Duke on Tuesday? And if so, what are your thoughts? Because I think you keep tabs with these things a little bit closer than I do. That was the first time I've ever seen Cooper Flag play, and it was for one half. So I still don't necessarily have like the most informed opinion yet, but we're developing it. I didn't see the game. I think he put up a good stat line. It was solid. So in the first half, he had an alley oop to start the game, couple of trips to the free throw line. I think he hit a three. I think he was 1 for 2 from the 3-point line. It was just like very regular. Like clearly, you can tell he's at the beginning of his college career. There's an effort to kind of just have him like you're just a part of the team. You're not a superstar yet. So it's not really like a great showcase for who he is. But in terms of just like fitting into a role on the team, like he was solid. They got ball players mic'd up now. They need to mic up Scotty Barnes at some point. I know he probably has the like dumbest shit to say to people. Like when he was I think he was talking to Grimes and he was like, you are not that guy or you are not him or something like that. But yeah, I feel like he talks a lot of shit to people. Pass to Davion. RJ gets it back. Tries to kick it to the corner. Doesn't make it there. 80 to 80. 10 and a half minutes to go. Pass back to Pirtle. Floater. Beef stew. Catches a bucket right there. No, I didn't see this, but I heard about it. A lot of Luka slander recently. Oh fuck, Beasley's hot too. Oh, you missed. Damn. Okay, I feel like he's alternated heat checks. 2 makes, 2 misses. Make miss, make miss. That means he's gonna make the next shot. Mitchell blocked. Pirtle there with the rebound. Puts it back up. Misses. Detroit goes the other way. Oh, what the hell is this Zion type shit? That's crazy. I feel like Mogbo got close to blocking that on the perimeter. That would have been amazing. Battle in the corner. Shoots over a Piston. Not open at all. Mogbo gets the rebound. Makes a quick pass to Battle, who can't catch it, but he was in a crowd. Floater for Beasley. Nice touch off the top of the backboard. 82-82, 9 minutes to go. I feel like Grady's got a good rest. Like he's been on the bench for a while. Grady tries to flip it off the backboard. Misses. Pirtle gets the rebound. Contact. Misses. Oh man, Pirtle is slow down the court too, man. He's gassed. And Detroit gets the first lead in a while. The tank comes through in the end. RJ in the paint, kicks it to the corner. Battle, sidestep three, puts it down. Raptors get the lead back. Timeout Detroit, timeout Detroit. Timeouts in games like these where you just want them to end are excruciating. And Beasley is he's a what was the thing he got caught up in? He did actual jail time during the off season, right? Yeah, he did actual time for like a child supporter related thing, not something like violent or anything, but yeah, that was no, he has a if you look him up on Wikipedia, you're gonna see some wild shit. All right. So I think he was also somebody who dated what's it called? Larsa Pippen. I think he's also one of those. Okay, no, never mind. Here, so in 2020, Beasley was arrested for marijuana possession, concealing stolen property, and for an incident in which he brandished a firearm. He was initially released from law enforcement custody, but later faced charges stemming from the incident. Beasley pled guilty to the felony charge of making a threat of violence and was sentenced to serve 120 days in jail, with confinement occurring after the conclusion of the 2020-2021 season. He served 78 days and was released August of 2021. So this man did 78 days in jail during the offseason, bro. He was legit probably doing like jail workouts in jail to prepare for the NBA season. That's crazy. So 85 to 84, 8:10 to go. Raptors have a 1 point lead. Cade throws up a lob to Jalen Duren. The out of timeout play works like a charm. Easy points for Detroit there. Davion to Pirtle. Pirtle, floater. Yo, Pirtle's usage in this game is wild. Actually, Digger Ocean, this is interesting. I'm trying to see what his stats look like the next season. So hold on, let me just double check. This all happened after, so before 2021-22. Where the stats at though? Okay. Before 21-22. 21-22. Okay, 21-22. Actually, it was a pretty big down year. Damn. Man struggled out of jail. I hear it, though. I hear it. It's a valid excuse. Went from 20 points a game to 12. Duran misses. Grady the other way. Well rested. Oh, he lost his handle. Oh, Detroit hit a three. All right, the tank is back on, people. We straightened the tank out. The tank was a little bit misaligned with the angles off, but we straightened out the tank. We're ready to go. 5-point deficit. Davion gets stripped at the halfway point. Actually, him getting stripped leads to a wide open Ochai three, but he misses because he knows what's good. But yeah, no, I'm sure Malik Beasley was in there getting buckets on everybody. Actually, I lied. There's probably some dudes he took it easy on, I'm sure. Grady from three. He's shooting like he doesn't know the tank is on, bro. Come on. 5 minutes, 5:40 to go. Make sure we close this out. And by close this out, I mean with a L. Cade. Open from three, knocks it down, opening up an 8-point lead for Detroit. And Darko has to take a timeout like he cares. But yeah, people, we might we might have to do faded the stream for this one. I'm thinking a double digit game. So here it is. Let's put it together. Stream only continues if Raps within single digits. Here we go. Here it is, people. Welcome to the loss to the Pistons train. I hear it, bro, but we're actually getting this tank off. Like it helps. But yeah, faded the stream has been enacted, people. Stream only continues if the Raps are within single digits. The second this becomes a 10-point game, I'm out of here. We're not doing this. We got 5 minutes to go. It's an 8-point game. This is a solid time for this. If the Raptors don't go on a bit of a run here, it's done. It's done. But yeah, we did our thing. Grady got some buckets. Davion played some defense. And we go from here. Yo, I already talked about it. There's the 3 games window where I think we play Miami, and okay, there was a third team. Yeah, New Orleans, Miami. Those are the next opportunities to win games, and that is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's in 5 games. Okay, Detroit. Tobias from the corner for the stream. Misses. Davion goes the other way. Tries to establish some space. He misses as well. Detroit goes the other way. What would our losing streak be? Oh, fuck. I don't even want to know. Cade. Kicks it to the corner. Misses for the stream. Tobias with the rebound. From the corner again. Misses again. And Cade. Wait, that's not over and back? 9 seconds to go. And a turnover for Detroit. Okay, so our losing streak right now is sitting at 5 games. That would be a 10-game losing streak. Oh, Joel, we're splitting those games. That's 1-1 right there. It has 1-1 written all over it. Detroit, Miami, Toronto has always been like, well, I won't say always. Post LeBron has always been like a 1-1 kind of a series. RJ to the basket, cuts the lead to 6, gives the stream some breathing room. I figured we doing 2 games this month. This was one of them. Oh, Digger Ocean, were you the person in the chat that asked me that? Because somebody I remember asked me. It may have been Marcus. How many wins do we get this month? And I think no bullshit. I said either 1 or 2. RJ to the basket again, makes it a 4-point game. RJ wants me to finish the stream off. See, this is what happens, guys. It happened in an NFL stream once. Once I inactivated the stream, it turns the game. This is a very powerful thing. This is a very powerful thing. Timeout Detroit, I think. Said, yeah, 4-point game, 3:30 to go. Randomly, we have a finish. We might win if Harris keeps shooting. Yeah, Tobias is the key to losing for a team. Tobias is a great tank commander. The fact that the Detroit's trying to win games right now is really stupid. You have to, we should have Tobias Harris. That's where he should be. 2020 game for Yak. Welcome to the 2020 club, bro. Yak and Jalen Hurts, man. Jalen. I just mixed Jakob and Jalen. Jalen Hurts. 23-20. God damn. RJ's trying to get his 22-point game average in time. I'm telling you now, I don't want to win. I don't want to know Yak's number to resign him in a career year. Yeah, this is real. This is real. That price is going up. That price is going up. Cade gets around 2 defenders, gets right to the basket, extends the lead out to 6. RJ to Grady. Grady steps back, passes to Jakob, and 25 goes up, and low-key kind of mossed Pirtle there. Gets to the basket, 8-point game again. Sasser. I didn't even know that was his name. Okay, stream on the line if the Raptors do not score here. Jakob Pirtle backing down Duran. Passes it back out to Davion. RJ to the basket. In the crowd. Misses. Rebound. Gotten by Tobias Harris. Okay, Detroit. Up 8. Stream on the line. Cade has the ball. Grady switches onto him. You're supposed to like this matchup if you're Cade. Cade kicks it to the corner. From the corner for the stream, misses. Jalen Duran taps the rebound out to Grady. And with about 2:05 to go, Raptors, RJ to Jakob Pirtle. Jakob Pirtle to the basket, gets it to fall up to 25-20. A career night. Oh, Davion with a strip at the halfway mark or the halfway line. 97-93, 4-point game. Cade in the post against Ochai. Cade picks up his dribble. That was a mistake, I think. Ball ends up in Tobias's hands in the corner. Tobias spins. They give market to Detroit ball, but I think the shot clock ran out. Yeah, shot clock ran out. Shot clock violation. Raptors with 120 to go, down 4. They're playing games with the tank, man. They're playing games with the tank. I think I'm okay if we make it a 1-possession game, but we didn't come this far to win. Davion to the basket, finds Jakob. Jakob backs his player down, picks up his dribble. He fucked up. Toronto ball. Detroit want to review. Please don't review this. Please don't review this. Don't waste more time. Doesn't matter. We're not going to do anything with the ball anyways. Oh my God. They're going to review this. 108 to go. 4-point game. My thing about reviews, and I think refereeing as a whole should be done this way, we don't need this process. There should be another referee that's watching the game on a screen that can make more real-time like calls, right? It's not a review process. It's simply just a referee on a screen who has like a trump card that can actually just like buzz into the main referee into an earpiece and just say like, no, this is the call. Okay, who did this ball go off of though? Oh, obviously Duran. The way the ball moves and the place his hand is at, 100% that's on Duran. Let's please just give the Raptors the ball and keep it pushing. Yes. This didn't have to happen like this. Somebody could have watched a couple replays and simply just made the call. What if it goes into OT? I cry myself to sleep. That's what happens. No way, man. How is this taking this long? The Pacers are a mess at the moment. Yeah, so on the lowest of keys, having that first round pick doesn't look like the worst thing in the world. Is that Luke Walton on the Pistons bench? And then I gotta try to read this motherfucker's lips now, see what the call is. Well, Raptors basketball. Grady comes off a screen. Oh, they got it to Yak. They're just going to double team him again. Okay, thankfully he got the ball out of his hands. RJ goes to the basket, draws the contact. Another Philly defeat incoming. That team's a mess, man. That team is a mess. They're so dependent on Paul George and Joel Embiid, who are so injury prone and unreliable. Like, you're relying on the unreliable. Talk about a horrible approach to things. That team is in a different level of hell right now. Because it's not even like they can sit there and just like be at peace and say, yeah, you know what? We're just not that good. No. They have to sit there and lie to themselves. And then at some point, they're going to have to watch themselves trade Joel Embiid. Oh my God, they're reviewing another thing. Holy shit, they do not want me to start my night. That's crazy. Free throws for RJ makes the first one. Minute to go. Wait, who has it? OKC has it? RJ makes both. 2-point game. Safe to say the stream is safe. I just don't want to see overtime. That's what I'm scared of now. Whoever has the last possession, go for 3. Cade with the ball. 50 seconds to go. Cade goes baseline, doesn't pick up his dribble, just turns around. Tobias with the ball. Tobias on RJ. Great contest. Air ball. Tipped out by Duran. Do not review. Do not review. Do not review. Do not review. Solid contest there by RJ. Not overly aggressive, risking a foul, just in his face. Okay. We're not going to go for 2 for 1 because it's already too late. Go for 3. Go for 3. Go for 3. Go for 3. RJ to the basket. Kicks it to Grady in the corner. Oh, rims out. Oh, Cade turns it over. No, he doesn't. Jump off. Jump off. Jump off. Timeout, Detroit. I like it. I like it. We got a good shot. We got a great look. He missed it. It is what it is. Ball goes in sometimes. Ball goes out sometimes. The outcome of the shot sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. In terms of the process there, the process was solid. Few is right. Big move in the capture the flag game that we're playing right now. The flag just got a little bit closer. We need a game winner. Who the hell is we? Who the hell is we? Who is we, bro? Detroit has the ball. They're about to hit these free throws, ice the game. We do not need overtime. Okay. Cade is inbounding the ball and Pirtle is guarding him. That's a weird matchup. Beasley has the ball, gets fouled. Bam, stat pad session. Let me see. Let me see what's going on in that game. Funny how they were talking about the game as being important in the NBA Cup, like either team has a chance. Good point. This time Ivy gets fouled. Look, Either make both or make none. Don't make this a 3-point game where there's a real chance for overtime. I feel like if it's a 2-point game, we're going to shoot a 3. If it's a 4-point game, game's over. You either make 0 or you make 2. You don't make 1, Mr. Ivy. Okay, first free throw goes up. Let's see it. Jaden Ivey misses the first one. Oh, you piece of shit. Okay, you got to miss the second one now. You got to go 0 for 2. You got to go 0 for 2. Toronto has 1 timeout. They're going to advance the ball. Detroit has no timeouts. If he makes this and Toronto hits a 3, we're going to see overtime. Come on, Ivy. Come on, Ivy. Piece of shit, man. Yo, I just wanted it to be a 2-point game or a 4-point game, bro. This 3-point game scares the shit out of me. Especially because Detroit has no timeout. So if Toronto makes this 3, Detroit's not doing shit with the next possession if there's more time. So this 3 is for overtime and pissing me the hell off. No, this is my thing, but bro, capture the flag. We needed 2 for 2. I'm saying if you don't get 2 for 2, like here's the thing. I'm not saying I want Toronto to win. I'm just scared of them potentially forcing overtime. I guess I'm thinking more of the fact that I'm hungry as fuck right now and I'm just trying to go get food. Down to the wire. Pistons last 5 games. Okay, so they have the close game experience that we don't have as well, man. They got to pull this out. I hope that the ball gets passed to Jakob Poeltl and he gets fouled again. Oh, they can foul? Damn. Grady gets the ball, triggers a 3 quickly, misses. Let's fucking go. Detroit's about to shoot free throws for the game. But shout out to everybody in here. 7 people watching live. It just dropped to 6. Whoever that is that just left, shout out to you as well. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back on Monday. We got Raptors Pacers. We're gonna see Pascal Siakam in a Pacers uniform. Lord knows who will be healthy for Toronto, but hopefully we get a good, entertaining loss. I'll be back on Monday, and then like I said, probably potentially like 2. Oh, Duran missed the first free throw. Probably like 2 weeks before I do another watch along, but I will be finding different things to do short streams about. In the meantime, so keep an eye out for that. I gotta watch this last free throw to make sure he makes it. He makes it. There we go. So that's what it is. We need to keep capturing the flag one step closer to lottery odds. RJ at the buzzer doesn't even hit the rim. But yeah, that's it, people. Shout out to you guys for watching. Like I said, on the way out, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on Monday. You guys have a good night.